Watch, country star humiliates anthem sitters. Patriots are cheering. Though many NFL players halted their protests of the national anthem over Veterans Day weekend to respect the military, a handful continued the protests. According to the Independent Journal Review, famous country music singer Neal McCoy sent a clear message to the disrespectful protesters in his latest song. In the lyrics, he says, "When I see somebody on TV take their stand on bended knee, whether it be on Astroturf or grass, I think of those whose freedom was not free. And I say take a knee, my a." Breitbart reports that many were frustrated with the idea that NFL players would use the national anthem and the flag as a prop for the activism of various issues not related to the military. The Veterans of Foreign Wars and the American Legion approached NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell in advance to state they supported the First Amendment rights of the players but that they were deeply offended the players were being disrespectful for the sole purpose of getting attention. VFW spokesman Joe Davis sent an email to reporters regarding the commissioner response, revealing that Mr. Goodell continues to sit on the fence on the issue. He looks at the national anthem as a patriotic and important part of an NFL game, a long-standing tradition. He wants everyone to stand, from players to coaches to fans in the stands. At the same time, Goodell respects the right of players as Americans to observe in that fashion. In spite of the assurances from the players that the protests were not meant to disrespect the military in any way, a few chose to continue their protests through Veterans Day weekend. Fox News reported that during the New York Giants and San Francisco 49ers game, 3 players continued the protests in spite of the request to respect a moment of silence to honor veterans. The blatant disregard for the concerns of fans over the respect shown to the military during Veteran Day weekend caused the backlash and NFL boycotts to grow. A bar in New Jersey was filled to the brim with patrons boycotting the NFL and the owner chose not to show the games in support. Nearly 400 bar patrons sang the national anthem on Sunday in their own form of protest. The event even raised money for military families and the Special Forces Association. Mr. McCoy's newest song is the latest counter-protest and was performed at a concert filled with fans who cheered at the obvious criticism of the disrespect shown by NFL players. Speaking to reporters, Mr. McCoy said he does not support the protesters and in no way is his song meant to be a cash grab with NFL boycotters. He says his time spent entertaining troops in the Middle East makes it impossible for him to ever support the protests. Regarding his time with the U.S. military, McCoy said, "I've been on 15 USO tours. I entertained our troops in Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iraq and all over the world. So, no. This is not a money grab. This is a guy that believes in our country, that does not like people kneeling, not standing with their hands over their hearts, for the Pledge of Allegiance and the national anthem. That's what I about." Hopefully, one day, future generations will listen to the song and wonder what it was meant to represent, but for now it is a reminder that the U.S. is divided between those who take our military for granted and those who acknowledge the immense debt that can never be repaid to the men and women defending this nation.